Okay. Uh, hey guys. This is Kyo, and I'm actually doing my first video review. So I hope you guys are kind of okay with this. Something is not may not be that good in terms of the video camera and what's not, but I'm just trying my first try, so I hope you get entertained. So the first video review I'm gonna try out is actually about Mortal Kombat. So yeah, it's for the PS3 and it won't be for the 360 because I don't really have a 360 myself. So yeah, you have to bear with me for a while. Okay, I can tell you in a brief summary that I really enjoy the game because it's kind of a reinterpretation of Mortal Kombat, and it has been a very great offering so far. Ed Boon has really managed to really deliver something really great and a really great caliber. Well, that is after, well, if you consider Mortal Kombat versus DC to be a good or bad thing, it's up to you. So I have to cover a few things about Mortal Kombat over here. Um, First things first, we have to go to the story part where it's actually basically a retelling of the whole trilogy from the first to the third. In terms of the game, there's a few modes in there where you can start with story, ladder, the normal stuff, the arcade, the survival, tag team, and also you've got story mode. So story mode actually progresses by retelling it, as I said before, and it actually goes by chapter. Each chapter actually follows a certain character, and normally one chapter lasts for 4 battles. It sounds a bit like Tekken, but then again, Tekken 6, sorry. Tekken 6 is a horrible thing, so let's not get reminded about that. How the story mode works is that it integrates and streamlines everything. So you start with Johnny Cage, then later on you go to Sonya Blade, then you progress to new characters as the chapter progresses. So it has a very weird addictive feeling, although you don't really, you want to know what goes on next and everything, what really happens and so on. So that's about story mode. Now the next is about the gameplay itself. This is basically Mortal Kombat, and I don't know how better to explain about Mortal Kombat, because this is basically the only fighting game that really limits to presses of your attack buttons. So you got your front attack, front kick, back kick. That's normal. You've got your block. That's normal also. But what makes Mortal Kombat different compared to Street Fighter, King of Fighters, BlazBlue, Tekken is maybe not Tekken. Let's put Tekken aside. Is that this is a 2D fighter that emphasizes on short combos, 3 hits, 4 hits, normally like that. Except that nowadays, with this one you can still emphasize on juggles, which is quite a very good implementation. Feels a bit like Marvel vs. Capcom sometimes, but maybe not that extreme. But that's how it works in terms of the gameplay. And I can tell you is that it's quite addictive, although easy to understand how the combo works, but it may take a while to master, so you may want to keep that in mind. So there's a few modes, gameplay modes inside of the game. You can start with let's start with story. Okay, story, I've already mentioned about story already. Then there's the arcade modes, the ladders. Basically, ladder is your normal arcade where you fight few guys and later on you end up with fighting Shang Tsung. There's tag team where you can play with 2 person, or actually I think you can go to 4, but then again, yeah, PS3. What do you think? Then there's actually the best part, which is Challenge Tower. Challenge Tower is basically a compilation of 300 levels. Yes, I said that right, 300. And basically you progress through the tower to the end. These levels can range from simple combats to mini games like Test Your Might, Test Your Strike, and some are modified combat, some are more to dodging. You can even fight zombies even. I don't know what's the obsession with zombie nowadays, but yeah, it's kind of going on nowadays. From here, actually in any mode that you play, you'll be unlocking coins. Coins for mostly actually to unlock the extra content in the crypt. Previous Mortal Kombat players would know that the crypt actually houses a whole lot of goodies for you to unlock. And in Mortal Kombat 9, there's tons. I think there's too much also sometimes. Basically you can unlock concept art, skins, fatalities for characters, stage concept arts, even I think tutorial modes too. I have not encountered that so far yet. Okay, I think the last bit is supposed to be about online. But then again, since the PSN is down at the moment, I can't really mention much about online, so we have to put that aside. Except for the part where I can talk about King of the Hill. King of the Hill is kind of good because it actually allows you to have spectator mode, but at the same time, you become small little miniature characters if you're not fighting at least. And you can comment on the fight, and you can even put place cards. It's kind of a very funny way of putting cute things in a very brutal, mature game. Yeah, fatalities. What do you expect? Okay, so for fans of Mortal Kombat, you will be assured to have your fatalities back in super gory awesomeness. There's your stage fatalities. Kratos' one may be either very gory or very satisfying. And also weirdly, there's also babalities, where you turn your enemies into babies, which is kind of weird and kind of fun too at the same time. But I'll let you explore about that more. Uh, Graphics look great on the PS3. You should really play this on a 1080p because it's classic reimagining of how Mortal Kombat should look for the next gen. It even retains some of the classic feels of MK1, MK2, MK3, and this is, I think, something that Mortal Kombat fans don't really have to be skeptical anymore. It's a great thing. You should really get it as soon as possible. For casual players, I'm in the opinion that story mode, which can actually last you around 10 hours, which is really rare in a fighting game. Last I encountered was JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That was during the PS1 days. And then if you're interested with the Challenge Tower, you can see how it actually extends the value. And unlocking the crypt can be quite a daunting task, but at the same time quite fun and quite rewarding. So for casual players, I would say that this may be a good game to play around with your friends, but not really something that you may want to master because it'll take a long time for you to master. Fighting games, you're gonna fighting fans, you will love this offering, unless if you're too tight and too interested with playing Marvel vs. Capcom or Super Street Fighter 4. Then you may need a quick crash course, which they have in tutorial mode, which is fantastic. It really brings people who've never really played Mortal Kombat before to speed, and I think you're gonna love it as a simple fighting game fan. So I think that's it for me. This has been the review for Mortal Kombat, and I hope you have been entertained. Thank you.